Yeah, hi Iris, this is Michael, and I just looked through your integrated writing practice test 2 here. I'm putting you at 3.75 out of 5, 24 points out of 30. I think this is weaker. Your integrated practice test is a little bit weaker than your independent one. You can probably do a little bit better with your structure. So if you look at the rubrics, it says, I think you can improve the organization of your response a little bit more, and you maybe have some minor language use issues in there. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and make some corrections. So let's take a look at each paragraph. And with the first paragraph, it's fine. I'm just going to add what these 3 reasons are, so you have a little bit more specific thesis, and then you can refer to each of these specific points in the first line of these paragraphs. So in this introductory paragraph, here's how I would frame it. In the reading passage, or if you want to be a little bit less wordy, you can say, the writer or author suggests that bloggers are unprofessional, lack integrity, and do not have depth to their writing. The professor, however, claims that all such arguments are incorrect. So that's the changes I will make there. Now, the problem here with this paragraph, it's not very balanced. Most of your paragraph is focusing on the most important points from the listening. But what I would do is keep it balanced. You want roughly half of your paragraph focuses on the information from the reading, then the other half focuses on the information from the listening. Okay, let's take a look at your next paragraph. So what I did here is I started off talking about the first point in the reading, which is or unprofessional, right? And notice how I spend about half of the paragraph focusing on the reading passage. So it says, unlike bloggers, according to the author, journalists and authors have vast experience and expertise since they must complete college and internships. Bloggers can create a website and become professional without having gone through a rigorous education and qualifying experience. However, the professor states that blogging provides a perfect platform for writers to become more professional. To illustrate, blogging has become a niche market, so writers can grow online and improve their writing when writing a blog, helping them to grow their reputation, maybe an ability to participate. Maybe here we'll put asserts the speaker. Okay, so now we have a little bit better paragraph. So that's my first advice for you, is to spend more time talking about the reading and then talk about the listening passage so we can see what the connection is between these two sources. So I'm going to make some similar changes to your next paragraph as well. In the second paragraph, here's what I would do before you get into talking about the reading passage. So as you can guess, the second topic here is integrity, right? So it says, published books, magazines, online articles, and newspapers merit integrity because the author and sources have been edited by a professional editor of the company. Drafts and more drafts of text are looked over with a professional eye. Another step to become a legitimate author is peer review. Editors are used to ensure the success of proper and legitimized writing. So you have to kind of infer that it's saying that bloggers do not do this, right? So then over here, here's what I would say about the reading passage. In addition, the author implies that bloggers lack integrity because their writing is not carefully or professionally edited. Moreover, in contrast to journalists, bloggers, they do not engage in peer reviews, so these writers have no way to legitimize their writing. Okay, so I think we're pretty good there. So again, we spend about half of the paragraph talking about the reading passage, and then the other half we need to talk about the listening passage. So the listening passage is saying that they've been able to define integrity on their own terms, that blogs provide a platform for authors who would have to wait because their resume does not meet the requirements of a publishing house. So the bloggers, the internet gives bloggers an opportunity to improve and craft their writing. This is where you had more trouble, I think, so we probably need to make some changes to what you wrote here. Okay, to finish up, let's take a look. The second paragraph, I made some changes here. So in addition, the author implies that bloggers lack integrity because their writing is not carefully or professionally edited. Moreover, in contrast to journalists, bloggers do not engage in peer reviews, so these writers have no way to legitimize their writing. In contrast, a professor points out that bloggers define integrity in their own way. The internet, according to the speaker, provides an opportunity for bloggers to refine and construct their writing. Without these online publishing opportunities, bloggers would delay their writing because of their limited experience, maybe on their resumes. And that's it. So again, I expanded your paragraph a little bit, and I spent a little more time talking about the reading passage. So again, when we get to the last idea here, you need to talk more about the reading. So it's saying here, it says that because of the professionalism and integrity authors and writing in non-blogs, we can count on the in-depth discourse of the material. The topics of blogs may be facetious in nature and take serious topics about such as politics and take it to the level of sarcasm or rant. An opinion should not merit fact, and bloggers write it if they were professionals in their field. So they're saying in the reading passage that bloggers do not have the same depth that journalists have. That's the idea you want to get in there. I'm going to develop this, this third body paragraph more, focusing on the reading. So finally, bloggers do not write, according to the author, on the same level of depth that authors do. They may take serious political topics and write about them in non-serious manners such as sarcasm or ridicule. The author asserts that these opinionated blog posts should not be taken seriously. So that's it. So now we get into the lecture, right? So I'm trying to show you here how you can create a little bit better, more balanced type discussion of the information here. So conversely, the professor contends that current blogs coverage has more insights compared with their coverage in the past. And then let's see what it says here. Make sure I'm getting all the important points here. Okay, so we'll probably say we can probably get rid of this part here. By pointing out that blogging is important due to the popularity of the network or networks. the popularity of social and news networks, maybe you can say. So you might say the popularity of social media and then news networks. Moreover, blogging is accepted in the social sphere and marches its way to business and marketing. Let's see what we have here. So sports, academic, social issues of the day. I would just say it's accepted. It says here, if you look at the lecture, it's branched out into the political arena as well as sports, academics, and social issues. So then we'll say, I don't know about business and marketing, but you can put is accepted in many parts of the social sphere, you might say. So I would probably say that. Then on the basis of the arguments presented, the professor clearly identifies the weakness in the reading passage, and forcefully shows that blogging is important in current society. I'm going to put this word in here, is legitimately important. Maybe just say currently, and that kind of implies society. Okay, let's take a look at the essay one time. So still, I think your essay it's fairly strongly written. You know, I would think you would probably score between 22 and 24 points out of 30. If you follow the structure I'm showing you here, it makes it a little easier to understand the different connections of the ideas. And remember, I really believe you should spend about half the time explaining the information in the reading and then contrasting that with the information in the lecture. So try to keep it balanced. If you spend too much time on the lecture, it kind of looks like you're favoring that over the reading passage, and your writing, in this case, needs to be neutral or objective in its tone. The writer suggests that bloggers are unprofessional, lack integrity, and do not have depth to their writing. The professor, however, claims that all such arguments are incorrect. Unlike bloggers, according to the author, journalists and authors have vast experience and expertise since they must complete college and internships. Bloggers can create a website and become professional without having gone through a rigorous education and qualifying experience. However, the professor states that blogging provides a perfect platform for writers to become more professional. To illustrate, blogging has become a niche market so writers can grow online and improve their writing when writing a blog, helping them to grow their reputation and ability to participate, asserts a speaker. In addition, the author implies that bloggers lack integrity because their writing is not carefully or professionally edited. Moreover, in contrast to journalists, bloggers do not engage in peer reviews, so these writers have no way to legitimize their writing. In contrast, the professor points out that bloggers define integrity in their own way. The internet, according to the speaker, provides an opportunity for bloggers to refine and construct their writing. Without these online publishing opportunities, bloggers would have to delay their writing because of their limited experience on their resumes. Finally, bloggers do not write according to the author on the same level of depth that authors do. They may take serious political topics and write about them in non-serious manners such as sarcasm or ridicule. The author asserts that these opinionated blog posts should not be taken seriously. Conversely, the professor contends that current blogs coverage has more insights compared with their coverage in the past by pointing out that blogging is important due to the popularity of the social media and news networks. Moreover, blogging is accepted in many parts of the social sphere. Maybe here it's probably better to use a cause effect here. And that probably better shows the relationship of the ideas. All in all, on the basis of the arguments presented, the professor clearly identifies the weaknesses in the reading passage and forcefully shows that blogging is legitimately important currently. There you go. Now, what I'm going to recommend is I have a integrated writing strategies lesson I want you to go over, and that's going to give you some help so you can structure your ideas a little bit better than you are right now. All right, and thank you for doing this integrated writing practice test. I hope that my feedback is helping you see how you can structure your ideas better so it's easier to see the connection of your ideas.